we're back. You know that we're back. We're back. Blame it on YouTube, man. This is part 2. This is part the uncut.
In the building, Scandal, Afix,
Choong Fam, North East South West Bless.
And it's ukrecordshop.com.
Yeah, done know. ukrecordshop.com. Put that in your Google.
That's the new one. All right, tell me one thing. I've got a few questions, that I wanted to get off my chest, but we have to close it quickly. So, is it still the same members in Choong?
Spiritually, yeah. Spiritually and emotionally, yeah. But physically, nah. There's been a couple of changes. Like we're still fam.
Yeah.
But officially on record and on tracks and nah, it's not.
Why have those changes come about? What's
just different life situations, like obviously people going in different directions.
But you can't sure that he was gonna say something there, man.
I was gonna say something.
You were just like, nah.
No, I just say like we have different perspectives on things, isn't it? Like you visualize a particular like depiction and other people might not agree with that particular like mural, so we paint different colours and separate, similar to Barnabas and Saul in the Bible. They went different directions. They don't hate each other, but they did.
So those they're just doing their thing and you're doing your thing.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
But who created Choong?
It wasn't even created. I think what happened was
someone sat down and said this family is called Choong and this is what we're gonna do.
You know what? I can't remember front. It was with the girls, man.
Siobhan, innit?
Yeah, Siobhan, Leona.
No, but they didn't create. You mean the name Choong?
But the title was because Choong is a word we just used to use in the manner all the time, like. Yeah. So we were there thinking the names one day, and then them girls were like,
what manner is that?
No.
It depends on
that. Like, we're from different areas, innit? Some of us from East London, like, put it that way, like.
Some of us from East, some of us from South, some of us from Northwest, and I mean it's mad, like.
So yeah, so like, but that like we just used to over abuse that word, didn't it? Everything's just that's Choong. Like it started with the weed, like you get a nice little draw.
No. It started mental stimulation. Mental stimulation.
Nah, put it raw out there. Like, UK record shop raw. It's a weed, innit? You get some nice draw. It's called the Choong. It's like you phone up your shutter. Have you got any Choong? That's where it started for a minute. Then the word just kind of transcended into other things, like anything. Like if you see a buff girl, like you say, "Rah, she's Choong," like, or you hear a heavy song, like, "Oh, that song's Choong," like, da da da.
So you like everything Choong? Are you like everything Choong? Yeah.
Basically, that's the music.
Just means A-class
music.
A-class music. Like,
A-class music.
A-class music. Like top quality music.
Or A+. That's what you meant. A+.
A+.
Top dog.
You know, like, what do you think of Choong? Like, what's your perspective on Choong?
The word Choong?
No. Choong.
Because a lot of people, like they see us and they're like, why are you called Choong? Like, you lot are vain. Like, you think you're nice. Like, you think you're sexy. We try to tell him it's not that. Like, the music is Choong, innit? Like, what we represent is that top quality music. Like, that high elevation.
And we do think we're heavy. Like, we don't think we're heavy in an arrogant way. How can you not believe in yourself? Like, for those that say you think you're this, you think you're that, well, we ain't gonna do it if we thought it was rubbish, innit? Like, let's keep it real, innit? Like, you know, like, who does something that they're not confident in doing? You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, we do think that we're of a certain standard,
What's your opinion on the way the streets are at the moment?
You know what? From the days of Jesus and Judas till now, the streets have been the same. You know, we got killers, murderers, muggers, rapists, paedophiles. Do you mean? And then we got, you know, subtle individuals that like keep it like corporate, and you know they stay on one side of the law. You know, the law perpetuates most of this negativity anyway. The policies that are implemented, do you know what I mean? Okay, the legislation that are put in place, they're just contradictions. I mean, it's like we're in a big trap. You know, you know what I mean? The food is out there all day, like white bee, green. I don't know how deep we're supposed to go when we talk about the streets. Like, we're supposed to talk about like this, the AC game, whatever. There's things happening, isn't it? You know, if they really wanted to put, like, law-wise, if they wanted to put a stop to these things there, they could put a stop. Because we don't create guns. We don't have gun shops. We don't create all these things, you mean? They come from, I don't know, upper class aristocrats or the army, or they get smuggled through and someone's allowed it to actually go through the the customs and things of that nature, or exporting and importing. You know what I mean? Because it's not black people behind those legislations, is it? Let's think about it. Like when it comes down, when it filters down to the sub levels, you might say, yeah, black people are doing this, or the youth culture, or gang. No. They're just postcodes. You know what I mean? Okay, it's postcodes, okay, and people actually have problems with each other. Yeah. But forget the postcode, just naturally, like I don't get on with him, and he's from say you're from, I don't know, you're from Stratford or you're from Leighton or something, okay, and I don't get on with you. It's not a Leighton and an area thing, it's a I don't get on with him thing. He just happens to come from that area and I have to come from this area. And TV, radio, newspaper, magazine, and all other levels of media will perpetuate that situation and make it like it's territorial gang warfare, and it's not that. I mean, the streets have been the same, they haven't changed.
But the streets are getting worse though, innit? Let's face it.
Technology is getting worse, not the streets. The mentalities are still the same now, because let's pull it into perspective now, yeah? We got kids, yeah? Now, the games that they play, they're head topping man all day. They're dupping off boys. They're catching bodies all day. They're killing it bare in all the games they're playing. And the music they're playing is perpetuating negativity. The cinema is perpetuating more negativity. I mean, I don't know. The newspapers are just pornos and all types of crazy stuff is happening. Okay? And we are now desensitized. If all the games you play, you're killing people. We're desensitized, and if we're desensitized, then you know. When it happens in real life, it's not really going to affect you too badly, is it? Because in all the other avenues and channels, that's what we're seeing.
Have you man ever been around this type of?
We're from the ends, isn't it? Like, of course you've been around it. I mean, like,
it's kind of hard not to be around it. Like that. It's
if
just
you're from London,
around, innit? So, but it's up to you to decide whether you want to be a part of it or if you want to try something else and try to be positive. But boy, it's hard, man. It's almost like a trap, like what you said. It's a trap.
It's a trap. You're trapped in a situation, and I don't know. If we choose to be moralistic and have values, you can walk around like that. Like, I've got a godly mindset, and I'm never gonna harm anybody in the world, and blah blah blah. You can go on like that, but it's a bit difficult when you got your little cousin that get like shanked up for no reason. You're like, hold up a second, that person ain't even involved. Oh, he was walking in the wrong area. Like, do you know what I mean? It all boils down to like money. It all boils down to poverty-minded individuals, money, big egos, and the fact that none of us want to live in a trap. So we take pride in our council estates and etc. And that gives us a feel-good factor. You mean, and we perpetuate that feel-good factor. That's really what it comes down to in a nutshell, like. You know, because no one don't glorify poverty, innit? If you've got nothing, then you got to find something out of that nothing, innit? And sometimes that something that you find is negative activity. It's putting fear into other people, you mean? You know, so that people can look at me and give me more respect than they give that person, innit? It's weird, it's a complex scenario, and it takes a lot to break it down to its sub-atom anyway.
So what advice have you got for these kids coming through, trying the music, trying this, trying that?
I don't know about for music, but my advice is survive, read, find out, research, you mean, okay, and put that research and that information you've learned into action, like, you mean, apply what you learn, be proactive, you know, you mean, don't be inspired by the man them that's on the corner on the job seekers allowance, moving particular things because that's all they can do because they haven't got certain things. Don't be inspired by that, you mean, try and be focused and try and win, survive and win. Stay focused, man, you mean? That's all it's really about. I ain't no gangster, you mean? I ain't no gangster, I'm not no goon bag or none of those things there. I mean, I'm a normal dude, I mean, just trying to win on this planet, on this crazy planet, you mean? You know, advice is just win, man, and stay focused. I mean, because half the people you see around you, they're unsober anyway, you mean? You know?
My advice to the youths is go get Baptism of Fire. UKRecordShop.com exclusive Baptism of Fire 09. Go get that. It's got Adrenalin on there, Solitude, Spray, Skank music, like bare songs. Like, you need to go and get it and get High Elevation as well. Like, you want to learn how to make songs, put a heavy album together, please go and get this. Like, you'll learn something from it, innit? Like, we're talking about real stuff in it, like stuff that everyone goes through, everyone can relate to, innit? Like you got your, I'm not even gonna say it, like, just go get the album, like, go get the album.
Big up, love. Thanks for passing through, yeah? We'll catch up soon.
No problem, man.
What do you want me to say, man? What do you want me